lovely people of God. This is Patrick-ADJEI-MCEAGLE coming your way with a purity revolution. When we say purity revolution, the response is very simple. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. I believe that you are going to be blessed this morning as we discuss the targets of temptation. Targets of temptation. I believe that there are about 4 targets in a man's life through which we are tempted. And these are fortune, fame, power, and pleasure. Fortune, fame, power, and pleasure. When it comes to temptation, these are the big ones, or the big things that we are tempted on the most. Not that there are no other snags and pitfalls. There are, but these 4 represent the weakest links in our chain of resistance and the most obvious chinks in our armor. If the enemy of our souls wants to launch one of his flaming missiles toward an area that will have the great impact, he's got a choice of 4 major targets. If the devil is looking for a spot to fire us with his arrow of temptations, he has 4 major spots, 4 major targets in our lives. And these are fortune, fame, power, and pleasure. Fortune. Now, anytime we discuss the issue of fortune, what comes to mind the most is money. Money, money, and money. Nothing else. And that has a price tag, because the search for money or the quest for money itself is very expensive. Whether it comes through a genuine means or through falsity, it is still expensive. Now, tangible things and material goods are the things we desire to buy money with. When people are able to see what we possess tangibly, if we have material wealth, then it connotes that the money we have in our accounts are real. Because to say that we have money is very cheap, but to prove that you have money is very expensive. And today I think for these few minutes, I'll focus on the issue of fortune. Because fortune has become one of the things which drives the youth of today. It drives the economy of every country. It drives the passion of politicians. It drives businessmen and women. It drives the movie industries. It drives even children. And so when people are even beginning school, what parents tell them is that make sure you learn hard so that you become a rich man or woman in future. So in this episode, I believe that if all that we are teaching our children is to be rich and wealthy, what then or how should they grow to become rich and wealthy? Because there are many ways of getting money in the world today, either through satanism or through the sale of goods and services, or through sex commercialization, through the music industry, the movie industry, through genuine business deals. There are a lot of ways of getting money. But you have to understand that in as much as people are using, or some people are using, genuine ways of getting money, the most ungenuine ways of getting money are very, very high. Because every lie sold today is very expensive in the world. If you can Photoshop someone and create a story about the person and let other people think that the story you have created is true, that story can sell and you can become the owner of a fortune just by lying about other people. And so anytime people are so desirous of getting wealth for themselves and they don't have Christ in their lives, then it means that I can say that about 70% of these people without Christ who are looking for money, maybe getting the money through untruthful means, because if people believe that if I commercialize sex on the internet, it will make me rich, and it's one of the easiest way. On the screens of Ghana, on our TVs, we see people advertising, or traditional priests advertising, that if you want money, come to them and you get the money. And there are many people, young men and women, old men and women, rushing to them. People are even homosexuals today, not because of their sexual orientation, but because of money. So wherever you are, you continue, God willing, in the next episode. I just want you to understand that the love of money is the root of all evil, according to the Bible. And some also argue that the same Bible says that money answereth all things. But you have to understand that what Paul said and what Solomon said are in two different contexts. It was Paul who said the love of money is the root of all evil. It was Solomon who said that money answered all things. But Solomon went on to say, vanity upon vanity, all is vanity. And Paul went on to say that for this reason, many people have pierced themselves with many sorrows. They have pierced their souls with many sorrows. I want to remind you that one of the major targets of temptation in a man's life is fortune. How to be wealthy. May God be with you. May God establish you and expand you. We'll continue on fortune in the next episode as we deal with the right ways of getting it and the evil ways of getting it. The choice is yours. But I believe the Bible says, wealth gotten in vanity will always yield sorrow. May God help us and bless us. This is the Purity Revolution on page 19 TV. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they